Hello everyone. Today is Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, July 15th, 2020. Every day that I want to be a good day gets ruined by abusing mean people. So I not long ago ate lunch. And so tomorrow, far as I know, I'm gonna be back on the streets, and I'll be back on the streets tomorrow. And so this morning, well, let me back up. Last night, I thought to myself, I might as well delete my Facebook because ain't much activity on there, and it's like I'm talking to a brick wall, you know. So then today, in two groups, like one is targeted individuals united against the threat, and the other one that said targeted individuals public, they condemned me for spam just because I posted a link to my group that nobody joined. And I just wanted to, try to connect with other people, not trying to promote myself or anything, but just to try to connect with other people. Same thing on here, just trying to connect with other people and see who else is going through what I'm going through. Like anybody else is homeless and targeted, and what are they? I mean, what are their experiences? So on targeted and individuals united against the threat, and the other one targeted individuals public. They both condemned me for spam, but people can perp in the groups all day long and never get reprimanded or punished or anything like that. But I didn't mean any harm or anything. If I was administrator of my group and somebody posted a link to their group, as long as it's related to the targeting, or even if I post a group pertaining to a narcissistic abuse, I wouldn't have a problem with them posting their I wouldn't have a problem with them posting their group, or even if they did try to promote their book or blog or something related to targeting. I guess as long as it's related to the topic, I would know they're not trolling or anything. But some people are just super self-righteous. But I have been warned. People said that over 90% of the people on Facebook are trolls and perps, and they said over 90% of the people are trolls and perps, and that no, I'm sorry, over 97% of the people on Facebook are trolls and perps. And they say that all of the groups, all the administrators of all the groups on Facebook, except mine, all the administrators of all the groups are, especially I guess the popular ones with a lot of people on there, they're all ran by fake targeted individual perps who are more like COINTELPRO or whatever. So I wonder if they pretend, like I heard people like Alex Jones would pretend to have be on the side of truthers, for example, not necessarily targeted people, but he would pretend to be on the side of truthers, and then have his website, or like they said that about Richie from Boston too. Richie from Boston, I heard, is a fake targeted individual, and somebody had exposed Richie from Boston. Somebody exposed him as a reptilian and showed his reptilian eyes. So hold on. So they so they said that people like Richie from Boston, if you post on his YouTube comments on Richie from Boston's YouTube videos, if you post on his videos, then they just want to see who's awake and who's not, and then they get put on a list, you know. So it's like, I don't know. Ever since that, and then it's like yesterday, it seemed like I was blocked by several. I mean, yesterday I had found out yesterday that I was blocked by several people on Twitter that I even never commented. But I bet you they blocked me because of Yurdes Gonzalez, who calls herself Nina Benita Gonzalez. You know, she's like another Olga. And I guess since I'm new, people gonna think I'm a perp, and she's been, and I know I'm not a perp, but she's been one of the popular ones and been around in the community for longer than me. I'm not that new, but I'm still kind of new and still learning. I never been to any of the rallies, because I just found out last year, and then me being homeless on the streets, you know, I found out too late about the targeted individual rallies. But that Tory Birdsong guy tried to condemn me, telling me not to go there, and trying to tell me that the rallies are nothing but perps and agent provocateurs. And then I heard a lot of bad stuff go on at those rallies or after the rallies and stuff like that too. So they have people who keep spamming my phone. There's nothing to be done about my phone being spammed. So anyway, the Tory guy, after a while, he started to act like a perp. you know. So how the hell you warn me about perps and pretend like you're so targeted, heavily targeted, and then um he was the first person who'd be like, nah. He was the very first person who did that to me, and then telling me that me feeling the vibrating. He tried to say, "Oh, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to just ignore it." I'm like, ignore the vibrating, ignore me being tortured. Like narcissistic abusers always feel, and then he would be like, "My sister, yeah, man, she's fucking narcissist. It's you who's the damn narcissist." Trying to control people. you know, he's a narcissistic control freak, fake friend, and a fake hypocrite who turned out to be a perp. And he probably was fake perp friend the whole time. you know. And then he claims that he's living with another targeted individual named Clint. He said Clint is targeted but hasn't woke up yet. That's how he puts it. And then he said he was living with Clint and he couldn't get along with Clint and was arguing with Clint. And then he went to stay by these other people who were supposedly Christian. He swore that up and down they were perps. And then he went back to live with Clint. And then it seemed like after he rubbed it in my face about having a red truck, he said that he hadn't been allowed or able to get a vehicle for 10 years. And then so now all of a sudden his truck is red. And then he started to act like a perp. After he said that, the perps suck Satan's dick for a donut. So what does that mean for you? But anyway, this morning, there was a perp named Heather Vibert or something like that. When I posted a fundraiser similar to GoFundMe but fake Facebook version, and I sent an invite to everybody at that who was at that time on my friends list. Only I'm glad like about 3 people shared it, So it seemed like she just randomly and say post on my campaign or my post and say, um, she said, stop calling people faggots and homosexuals or dykes or whatever she said. And I'm like, where did I say that ever on this page or this post or whatever? And so then I saw she posted on somebody else. These perps, they put themselves in the target target individual um they put themselves in a target individual um groups and then start saying perp stuff, and then the targeted individuals who say that they're targeted, it's like they try to be kind of slick with it, and then they must laugh when targeted individuals agree with them. Like yesterday, but hold on, let me finish. So Heather had told somebody else named Donna, she told her, I forgot what Donna posted, but posted her targeting experiences. And then Heather said, "Oh, that's because you keep smoking. That's you're going through these experiences because you need to stop doing meth or something." I don't remember exactly what she said, but Heather was an obese white girl that looked like she's younger than me, and she was wearing glasses and she had like blue hair, like greenish blue hair, you know, and she looked like a Satanist, a devil worshiper. So then somebody else who said that they're targeted told me that Miss Donna was a perp. Um, because Miss Donna told the lady to go to the police about her situation, and it's like, well, I don't know why some targeted individuals think you can or should go to the police, go to the FBI, go to the UN, and it's like, why go to the same people who laugh in our face? So it seems like we all we supposed to have is each other, but it seems like targeted individuals do nothing but stab each other in the back, and like they do nothing but stab each other in the back and attack each other and block each other from getting help. And then the arrogance and the pride and the narcissism comes when when like, say for example, if I complain about the one headlight or noise harassment and they think I should be quiet and shut my mouth because they think that they're better or superior, because they think that their targeting symptoms are more worthy or more important than mine. They're like, oh, you just care about people smoking around you, but here they're burning my feet off. Now, and so they think that I should be quiet because they claim that that the perps are burning their feet off or something. So it's like, I feel like, how when you're in a science lab and they say you should report matters, like report accidents, no matter how big or small, in a science lab. So that's why I feel like, with this targeting, you should report it. I mean, you should, be outspoken whether the problem is big or small. But you know what? Some people choose not to speak or say anything or not to expose their experiences, and I respect that too. you know, but just because I mentioned the one headlight or people smoking around me or making noise does not mean that I'm not going through worse, you know, or having worse experiences. It's like my situation is it's like I think I get the most psychological and mental torture throughout the years. And it's like everybody else who said it targeted or not, they talk about, the idea of a car. But it's me. I'm 36 years old and not even allowed to mention, forbidden to mention, or have no right to mention about myself needing a car. You know, I feel like I just give up on trying to look for a job or waiting for somebody to hire me. And I give up on trying to find look for a permanent residence where a lease is to be signed, because what's the point of signing a lease to stay somewhere and you're never home, you can never be home, and it's like to avoid the torture you had to be away from your house or be on the street somewhere and still be tortured, but it's not as bad as when you're at your house. That's supposed to be your sanctuary, So tomorrow I'll be back on the streets, from what I know. But it's like yesterday I found people have blocked me on Twitter that I never even contact. I never followed them. But then I tried to follow a couple of people and wonder why I'm so blocked. But then yesterday, somebody who calls himself Neo Exposing Truth or something, I don't remember his Twitter his at name, but he been heavily promoting my me at trying to ask for help. He's been heavily promoting that, and he says he's a Christian. But then I check this morning and realize he unfollowed me, and I'm like, what have I done to you? you know, he unfollowed me and deleted. I saw he unfollowed me and deleted all his retweets of retweeting me asking for help. And he called himself giving me like quote unquote positive Christian encouragement yesterday. When after that, I noticed that I was unfollowed, not blocked, but unfollowed, and then he ignored me when I asked him, "What did I do to deserve for you to unfollow me?" I try to not even go chase after people, but and try to ask, well, why you unfollow me or why you block me or whatever. I've been trying to not do that lately, but I had asked him that. And then it's just more and more increase of people who unfollow and block me. And like this guy who calls himself Prayer Harbor, well, that's the guy who tried to say I don't post people's GoFundMe or whatever. And he had 44,000 followers. But I think he's a narcissistic abuser, fake hypocrite, you know. But then he wants to do all this Twitter praying. And then it's like when I was mad at him for doing that, and I blocked him, but then he blocked me back, and I'm like, well, wow, you know. So eye for eye and tooth for tooth. Whatever happened to turn the other cheek? But I guess I was upset because I'm a lone single female, and everybody talk about how dangerous it is, but yet everybody talking about how dangerous it is to be on the streets, but yet hardly anybody trying to help me. Only a very few people helped me with what they could. And it's like I'm trying to not give up, and they trying to say that suicide is their goal. So it's like telling myself I don't want to be one of those people. I think they've been trying to put those thoughts into my head lately, and I've been super freaking like just the lowest of depressed lately. And it's like I don't want to be one of those people. I've attempted in the past, and I'm trying to stay, trying as best as I can to stay strong. And everything's just so scary and uncertain. And the coronavirus thing is making people meaner and more evil, and the forced mask wearing it and everything is making me feel more depressed. Um, it's a harder struggle dealing with this when you have no permanent place. You know, it's hard to find any a loyal and faithful friend. Everybody's a backstabber and turn against me. And then they have so many people who's connected who say they're Christian and tell me to repent of my sins, but then they're connected with tarot and witchcraft and Reiki and all that. Got me all confused. I'm like, well, how can you tell me to repent of my sins when you're doing witchcraft? And yet you say you're Christian. So how you gonna condemn me and make me feel bad? Or you condemn me about my short hair? You know, I cut my hair out, it was all damaged, and they forced me to that they told me I couldn't have a bath unless I swam in their chlorinated pool. And that ruined my hair. So that's why I was forced to cut it all off and then my hair is still not the way it's supposed to be because the guy he had certain parts way longer than others and just messed my hair up. And then with me cleaning using the hand sanitizer and the spray every day, it's like that kind of messing my hair up too. I just wanted my hair to grow and be like the is main like the best potential like with my hair. I wanted to grow out long and be long, but you know it's like I want my hair to grow out and be long, but it's like it keeps getting ruined by the alcohol, rubbing alcohol or hand sanitizer or bleach or whatever chemical. um and I hate for my hair to feel rough because when my hair is long like it was before I cut it, it would take literally 2 or 3 hours to try to comb it out and stuff. So I don't know. It's like I hate that my every move is being judged and condemned. Like I just felt bad yesterday and today, and I think Monday too. I felt just really bad. Like a bad person that I'm just being increased, blocked, and hated by everybody. So when I said that I wanted to quit Facebook, and then that Heather person perked me on Facebook, then all of a sudden today now everybody wants to send me a friend request and everybody wants to talk to me. But I'm glad it's not anybody that I grew up with or that I know. But it seems like Facebook, you're only allowed to be limited to 5,000 friends. Like they making like as if you're not allowed to know more than 5,000 people in your life. Like they can control how many friends you should have, and then um, it seems like you have to use your real name, and they expect you to only add people that you know. Well, I don't know anybody personally on that Facebook, but then I'm using a name that's not my real name because I don't want my abusive family or cult members finding my Facebook page, and then they would definitely smear me and y'all will believe their lies, and then they will stop me from asking for help and try to make like I deserve the biggest embarrassment for trying to ask for help. So I'm gonna see y'all later. Bye.